What's going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling. Have you noticed we don't use the intros anymore? Anyway, what we're talking about today, Kyle and I are talking about, is Rey Mysterio. We're basically going to do a kind of a career kind of thing, but at the same time, we're talking about the latest news on him, which is that obviously he was released from his contract from WWE recently, and he's already I don't think he officially signed to Lucha Underground. I don't even know. Kyle, do you know that or not?
No, sir. He is not with Lucha Underground. He is with the same company that Alberto Del Rio signed with, AAA, AAA, down there in Mexico, I believe. That's where Alberto Del Rio went, and he is making himself a name down there. And Rey Mysterio is back down there. He's going to be teaming with Sin Cara, the first Sin Cara, the original guy, at an event coming up. So that's pretty much what's going on with Rey Mysterio right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There you have it. Now, basically, we're gonna be discussing his career. Yeah, he's signed to AAA. That's right. I forgot about that, but he's expected to go Lucha Underground. People are saying that he is, but who knows? Who knows for sure? But anyway, uh, yeah, back to Rey Mysterio. He obviously started out years ago, in WCW when he was known as Rey Mysterio Jr. We were talking about this before we recorded. Um, yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr. He was part of the WCW Cruiserweight division, which of course consisted of back then like Chris Jericho, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, and then Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm sure there's many others, but I'm just naming the top stars. But anyway, yeah, he was part of that division. That's how he got a name for himself. And soon, obviously, I believe he stayed with WCW until they closed. I'm pretty sure about that. I might be wrong, but he, of course, went over to WWE way after they bought WCW. It was about 2004, I believe, 2003, 2004. He went over there on SmackDown. You can also, while we're talking about this, you can check out our brand split video, recent brand split video. But anyway, enough with that plug. No, Rey Mysterio started out SmackDown and, stayed with WWE obviously until he was released. But he hadn't been on TV for a long time. I don't even remember the last time he was on WWE television. I think it was actually WrestleMania 30 in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I believe. I think he was in that. I could be wrong. But I remember seeing him live back in 2014, but that's a different story. No. But yeah, he was there, and soon he was off TV, and it was like, where the hell's Rey Mysterio? He was living a different life, but yeah, he got released, and yeah, what are your thoughts, Kyle, on his release, and can you give us some background on Rey Mysterio and his long career?
If I can give you a little bit of background about Rey Mysterio real quick, he debuted for WWE July 25th of 2002. So,
Two. Oh.
13 years with the company. 13 very, very long years, and he was, of course, with WCW until the end. In 2001, he left WCW, obviously, with everybody else. He did not automatically go right over to WWE because he was not even involved in the invasion. He ended up going back to Mexico for a little bit. But other than that, Rey Mysterio, I mean, what can you say about this guy? I mean, a very, very long, decorated career. He won a couple of World Heavyweight Championships in his time, of course, main eventing. Well, not main eventing, but being involved in a very, very big match at WrestleMania 22, 2 times. He won the World Championship. He also won the WWE Championship. He only held that for a night. 3-time Cruiserweight Champion in WWE. 4 times he was a Tag Champion. He won a couple of Intercontinental Championships as well. And he, of course, won the Royal Rumble. And he is the longest entrant in the Royal Rumble, lasting over an hour. So he is, safe to say, a future Hall of Famer if he, of course, will want to come back to that. And, yeah, he only won 3 World Championships. But, just when I was looking at that, like, he doesn't have the most championship wins, yeah, a couple Intercontinental titles, 4 tag titles, but just I can list a bunch of big Rey Mysterio matches, and think about the stuff he did with Eddie Guerrero in the mid 2000s, the great feud he had with John Cena. No, not John Cena. I don't know why I said John Cena. The great feud he had with Batista. Um, Great tag teams. He tagged with Edge before. He was tagging with a bunch of guys, and it's just like he really defined the underdog story, because he was just a tag wrestler, a cruiserweight guy for the first couple years of his career until he really kind of went to a different level in his career. And WrestleMania 22, that was his breakthrough when he beat Randy Orton and Kurt Angle in the triple threat match to win a world championship, and ended up really doing a lot of good things. And like Joe was saying, he had not been on WWE TV for the past couple of years. I think some contract problems, obviously, and that I don't think he was really interested in the product at the time. I don't think there was really a place for him. I think that they gave him his main event run. They gave him everything that they had for him. It's not like Rey Mysterio is the youngest guy in the world. It's not like Rey Mysterio is the most durable guy in the world as well. So I think WWE was kind of done with him, and I think they were ready for him to move on. Although he had a great tag team going with Sin Cara for a while, he had a lot of good stuff going for him. Like, he was still on TV a little bit, but at the same time, he was not considered a top guy for WWE anymore like he was. But I'm gonna try to make this short as possible, even though I've been going on for a while. Rey Mysterio, safe to say he's a future Hall of Famer, and I like him. I really do. I'm gonna miss him in WWE, but at the same time, I'm not gonna dwell on this. I mean, he's an afterthought. He was around. He had his run, and a very, very successful career overall. So one of the best cruiserweights of all time, one of the best high flyers of all time. So I'm gonna go, Joe. You can give your thoughts real quick, and what do you have to say about Rey Mysterio, the now ex WWE superstar?
Well, what I have to say is that, he's obviously going to be missed, but at the same time, I think all of us have gone through the process of saying goodbye to Rey Mysterio, because he wasn't on TV for a long time, and it was like, it reached a point where it's like, okay, yeah, he's gone, whatever, just release him, but no, seriously, he was one of, like you said, he's one of the best high flyers of all time, if not the, he for years, was a big part of the company, the business, and obviously, like you said, he had his world title reigns, a couple of them, and he had many championships in his long career. And we're sounding like he's retired. He's not. Like we said, he's signing with, AAA, and he's also signing possibly with Lucha Underground. Like, his career's not over, but it basically is with WWE. I don't see him coming back to WWE unless, obviously Hall of Fame. But he did pretty well in his career, and I'm just gonna share one of my favorite memories. Like, my favorite storyline, some of mine were like the one with his feud with Chris Jericho back in 2009, on SmackDown. Like, back when SmackDown was so cool to watch, just as much as Raw. No, I remember that feud with Chris Jericho. I don't know if Kyle does or not, but I do. It was one of my favorite memories of that is when I remember watching that on TV, and Rey Mysterio was going through the crowd doing his, slapping hands with some of the fans, and then suddenly one of them attacks him, and like, I thought it was real. Like, when I watched it on TV, I was like, oh my goodness, that fan just attacked him, and then it's Chris Jericho. I'm sorry, I had to share that. I was thinking about that. No, that was funny. And one of my other favorite feuds was with the Animal Batista. Back, because, they've been friends for years. I don't know, I mean, I'm guessing that they're actually friends in real life, and have been, but, they were friends on TV, tag team for years, and then, oh god, one of my favorite memories, you know what I'm about to say, "You're supposed to be my friend!" Like, that is just one of the funniest moments of me watching wrestling. I just remember watching that live and cracking up, and it's still something that makes me laugh. The Batista, "You're supposed to be my friend" line. No, but anyway, let's get serious. He was fantastic. He really was, and you know, he'll be missed in the long run. You know, it's not, in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest. It's not as heartbreaking as like saying goodbye to like the Undertaker or Shawn Michaels or you know anyone else that's like one of the actual like I don't want to take anything away from Rey Mysterio, but like you know some of the top stars like obviously I'm just gonna say John Cena because he was a big name. Like saying goodbye to him, you know, would be kind of weird. But with Rey Mysterio, it's more like we understand. You know, he hasn't been on TV for a while. It's okay, but you know, he'll be missed. You know, so those are my thoughts. He'll be missed.
Yeah,
Mine's
Ray definitely will be missed in WWE, and I agree with everything that you were saying. And you're talking about really good feuds with Mysterio. You mentioned the Jericho one. That was a lot of fun because it had to do a lot with the mask. And I think it was Extreme Rules 2009, the first ever Extreme Rules pay-per-view. When Rey Mysterio went for the 619, Jericho just yanked his mask off, like, and won the match. It was awesome. That was over the Intercontinental title. That was a very, very fun feud. Another one I was looking at was the CM Punk one from 2010
yes,
with the Straight Society versus Rey Mysterio. That was a lot of fun.
I remember
And
that.
yeah, that was a really, really good feud. I mean, and if you wanted to go ahead and take a look at our previous video that we posted about Raw and SmackDown, and Rey Mysterio was one of the biggest stars of SmackDown. Kind of in the mid 2000s to late 2000s. I would always consider Rey Mysterio a SmackDown superstar, and I think that he really defined what SmackDown was. Like, he had the huge, and don't even forget the huge feud he had with Randy Orton and Kurt Angle, which is arguably his biggest feud in WWE when he went after the World Heavyweight Championship. And so, like Joe was saying, I do agree that he will not be as missed as, like, say, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or The Undertaker, but he will definitely be missed in WWE, and he had a successful 13-year career, 3-time world champion, 2-time Intercontinental, 4 tag team titles, a ton of cruiserweight titles in between WCW and WWE. So, phenomenal overall competitor, and I wish the 40-year-old the best in AAA, and I hope that one day he will be back with WWE. But time to move on with him. Over.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. You know, we both gave our input on Rey Mysterio. Thank you all for watching. Of course, watch our past videos. Yada yada, you get the point. Anyway, subscribe to our channel. It's right below. Click the subscribe button for more pretty much daily videos. You know, if you haven't seen our struggling video, go ahead and click on that because it explains our plan going forward. We're going to try to bring more videos to you, so subscribe for all of those. And as AEW grows, and hit that like button, comment below your thoughts on Rey Mysterio, his career, and you know, anything about Rey Mysterio. Be sure to comment below because it's our opinions, your feedback, and we're better than Legends of Wrestling. Gotta get that in there. And of course, follow me on Twitter at Almost Wrestling. I usually do that first. It's right below. Kyle, what's your Twitter name?
Carl Smith, WWE, at Kyle Smith, WWE. Be sure to check me out there. It'll be in the description below, but like Joe said, all that stuff, comment, watch all of our other videos. We have a ton of content up, and more content will be coming in the year 2015. We're in the WrestleMania season. It's time to get this going. Thank you very much. Take it away, Joe, and end this video.
Alright, I'll end this video right now. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is AEW.